previous episode of The Endless Road, I entered my 7th state. I can't believe this is my 4th night in New Mexico already. What? But I wasn't so much occupied with activities as I was preoccupied with tearing my car apart, moving out, on my attempt to eradicate a pack rat who had taken up residence in my vehicle.
What on earth is happening here? We're just gonna, oh. It snowed. That's so exciting.
Well, I stood in the doorway, smoking outside, closing up shop at the Crow. Johnny Cash records played on the scene. I feel nothing that I've felt before.
I'm so excited that it snowed last night. It was forecasted for some possible rain, but yeah, we got snow. Very cool. If you watched the last video, it will make sense to you why my tent is set up, and I am happy to report that I did not need to sleep in my backpacking tent last night, but I do still have it set up because I started the night there and then it happened. We've eradicated the issue and I was able to sleep like a baby in my car. And by the time I woke up this morning, I didn't even realize it had snowed. I slept so peacefully and I feel amazing. But I'd love to have a cup of coffee. Then we gotta break all this down and I'm gonna tell you where we're headed to next. Ooh. Frozen on there. Not ideal.
We're gonna have to deal with this now, aren't we? The trunk. Oh, I don't want it to just all melt up there though, because it's just gonna make the tent really wet. I think what makes most sense right now is just to take the tents down. I really want a cup of coffee. I've got time. I'll make a cup of coffee, then I can tackle this. It's fine. Oh no. Coffee everywhere. Oh boy. I've made a mess. Okay. Just 1 second first. That's all that was left. Right, let's start with paper towels first. Oh no, not on the wool blanket. And the sheets. Oh, gross. It looks so gross too. Right.
Although I didn't end up sleeping in there last night.
Did lay down there for about an hour, and then I got up and checked the traps again. But while I was in there, it was actually surprisingly warm. So what I did was I moved the backpacking tent inside the shelter that comes off of my car. And I did that because one, rain was in the forecast, and I would rather clean up one wet tent than two. And also because it was really windy. So it worked well because the Kelty shelter stopped the wind. And so this tent wasn't moving around at all. Again, I didn't have to sleep in there, thankfully. So now I'm just breaking everything down. But I did have like a bunch of my different duffel bags and stuff like that, soft goods and just random things stored in there just so there was less spots for the mouse to hide in the event that the traps didn't work. But it all worked out. Organizing my roof box a little bit because I'm going to have to put my backpacking tent and my other tent back in here, as well as my heating blanket, which I don't think I need down in the car right now. But I just wanted to show you some things that I have stored up here that I use for my road life adventures that I don't use regularly, and so they live up here in the roof box so that I don't have to shuffle them around on a daily basis. So I have a teeny tiny solar panel that I very, very rarely use. It's not very effective, but it's just sort of like an emergency thing, I guess. It's probably something that I'll part with before too long. I have this instant crate that I'll use if I set up camp for a while, or I don't know. It just sometimes proves helpful. So I have it in here, and then this is my camp sink that I will use if I'm going to set up a serious camp and actually cook. Just some mechanical things like my toolkit, and then I've got this Reflectix, which is just it's a project that I've been meaning to work on and just haven't had time to get to. So eventually that's not going to be in here. I've got a tarp that I use if I need to like lay my stuff out, or I'll also put my yoga mat on top of it and do my workouts. So this stays kind of up front because this is one of the things that I'll pull out more frequently. And then I have this avalanche shovel. It's really for mountaineering, but I keep it with me even though I'm not doing any mountaineering now because in case I do need to dig myself out, it's just like the shovel I own and have. Really, everything over, not this, everything in this duffel bag is just extra clothes. I have the book I was reading forever that I'm going to have to figure out when I want to get rid of that. And then in this big duffel, as well as a bunch of these other things, it's just like backpacking gear. The hammock up here, and then up here, just live up here too. These are exercise bands, so like resistance bands for exercise that I'll do for a workout at camp. So that's lives up here next to the tarp. But yeah, that's kind of everything. And then there's some extra space, so this tent will go in here. It seems pretty full, and honestly it is, but it's really not that heavy. A lot of the things up here are pretty light. I'd say like the heaviest thing is probably this bag of clothes. I'd say if you're going to be out here on the road doing something like this, though, having a tarp, having a shovel. Oh, I also keep this up there. This is my snow brush and scraper. Having that, and then a basic mechanical toolkit, just those kinds of things are going to be really helpful. I'm going to leave the tent like this to flap in the wind a little bit just to dry it off because it has had some snow sitting on it, so it's a little wet. And I'm going to work on getting mostly everything loaded back in the roof box. May I also recommend having some mouse traps as part of your kit? I wish I had had these with me when I was in the Gila National Forest. I would have just been able to set it and deal with it in place instead of driving 2 hours back south. It's something I should have been carrying with me and I just wasn't. So, yeah, I'm going to make sure that I have them with me now. Just going to find a way to store them. All right. So, here's the plan. For this trip eastward, through New Mexico, I was not planning on going as far north as Albuquerque or Santa Fe. However, something happened. Basically, as I talked about a little bit in my last video, I feel like I've had a series of responsibilities and maybe errors and just challenges. And that's fine. That's life. I do actually need to go north up to one of those two cities. I haven't decided where I want to go. Actually, Albuquerque is closer, but I'm kind of more inclined to go to Santa Fe. So we'll see how that all plays out. But I do know that I need to head north, which is what we're going to be doing today. And I do kind of want to have a low key day. And it seems like there's something that is just going to fit the bill perfectly for what I want in a place called Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. But first, we have to go through Silver City, New Mexico, which is about 25 minutes north of here. And when I was there the other day, mooching around, I saw a bookstore that seemed to be part of a nonprofit organization. So I want to see if I can donate my books that I finished reading and see if I can pick up something intriguing for the journey. And I should also see about the post office. I don't know if they're going to be open on Saturday, but I need to mail off a postcard to my tier 3 member. If you're not aware, I do have memberships available here on the channel that come in 3 different tiers, 3 different price points, 3 different perks. So if you want to help support, you can do so for under $2 a month. And if you want to go up from there and receive additional perks, then that is available as well. But if that doesn't work for you right now, a thumbs up is more than enough. Okay, let's get going.
We watch the sunrise through the windows of our car, passing giants on the road, standing guard in the dark. And I saw you, so then in secret I felt like the jumper off the bridge, and the water down below will be keeping this, and I will let you to 'cause I wanna be like the wind, I wanna run with you, we can be wolves howling at the gray white moon.
Glad we have.
I like your bow tie. Oh, yeah, I love his bow tie. I turned in the book, The Killers of the Flower Moon, that I read recently, and they were so excited to receive it because I guess there's a local person that's looking for it. And I picked up 2 books, this Mississippi Solo, A River Quest by Eddie L. Harris, and this other one called Querencia by Stephen Odillo. never heard of either one of these books or authors, but they just kind of stood out to me. This one stood out to me because of this word. This word appeared in the William Lee's Heat Moon book that I read recently. So yeah, that's why I picked it up. And then Mississippi because I'm headed east, and I try to kind of sometimes read things related to the areas that I'm traveling through. How do you use this? Hello? Oh. Wow.
Did you know that Truth or Consequences, New Mexico was originally called Hot Springs? In 1950, the town changed its name after a challenge from a popular radio show of the same name. Host Ralph Edwards promised to air a live broadcast from any town willing to adopt the quirky title. Hot Springs took the leap and the name stuck. Today, TRC is known for its healing geothermal waters, artsy vibe, and unique history. Right now, I'm just feeling so relaxed and so chill from that incredible hot spring. I think the water was like 110 degrees Fahrenheit. It was wonderful that I had my own little private hot tub, and it's mineral water, so it's not sulfuric smelling. It's just that there's thermal water under the town. It was only $5 for me to do that for 30 minutes, which I think was well worth it. I feel alive, refreshed, renewed, and just ready to relax for the evening before we get up to more adventures tomorrow. Windy, very windy.
So quiet here. On occasion, I'll hear a bird, but other than that, that's all I'm hearing. It's so peaceful and just incredible.
I actually look feral. So beautiful here. I was just thinking, yesterday morning I woke up in the snow, and now like it's cool, but I just have like a tank top and a flannel on. And in the sun it feels amazing. So I just love my life. Like, I'm so lucky. Last night I actually put up a poll on my YouTube community tab asking where I should go, whether I should go to Albuquerque or Santa Fe, since I do have to go into one of those cities. And well, I'm not going to tell you what the winner is because I'm going to share that in the next video. But thank you so much if you participated, because it really helped settle a debate that I had going on in my head, which one was a better option. So thanks for that. I think it's fun to do that and to really interact and engage as a community here, versus me just kind of doing my thing and acting like you're not all real people, you know? It's cold, but it's really not that cold.
Bye, thank you. It's so warm. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
My first stop in Truth or Consequences took me to the Passion Pie Cafe. This was a popular and delicious eatery right down on Main Street. While the coffee and food were both great, I got a green chili and corn feta quiche. The thing I enjoyed most was seeing the diversity amongst the patrons and staff.
I would have liked to go on a hike today, but if you saw the last video, I lost one of my trail runners, one of my hiking shoes. And so that is the reason why I need to go into a city, because I buy my hiking shoes, my trail runners, at REI. And there's an REI in Albuquerque and there's an REI in Santa Fe. And then there's not another REI until East Texas, I think. So I had to come up north to do that. And yeah, I can't really hike until then. I do have tennis shoes that are what I use for when I go into the gym. And I really only wear those in the gym. I don't want them to get all crusty and dusty out here in the desert. Look how beautiful that mural is. Anyway, I'm here to get water. I was buying gallons of water at grocery stores, gas stations, things like that, but now I'm on the lookout for those machines. They'll have them in front of grocery stores or gas stations sometimes, like out front. And then this one's just downtown, street downtown here. So topped off with one additional gallon of water for the Dometic. I hold 2.5 gallons of water. I wouldn't mind having a second one of these, but then it's a matter of where to store it. So anyway, the time has come for me to leave Truth or Consequences. I'm headed north, and I will catch you on the next episode. Thanks for being here with me. This was fun. I'll see you soon. Bye.